Hello and welcome to lifeconfident.com. Now the whole philosophy, the reason to be, the raison d'etre of Life Confident is to level the playing field for people with shyness and social anxiety. So for that reason, today's live stream is about goals and dreams, because I feel that one of the most important things, one of the most important first steps to recovering from social anxiety or overcoming or moving beyond shyness is to have a destination, a goal, something to aim for. Because a lot of people, and myself included, let me tell you, I don't know what your situation is, whether you're at school, whether you've now moved beyond school and you're in a job of some kind. When I was at school, I was very poor academically, but I was intelligent. So my final school grades did not reflect my intelligence, at least. Well, they may have done academically, but not in other areas. And so my grades did not help me in the real world whatsoever. Because I had quite a poor school experience. I left school at 16 and I didn't even give university a second thought, because I thought, well, what's going to be different? My school experience was poor. I struggled to learn in the academic style that it was being taught. And what was going to be different if I continued on to university or college? It was just going to be 4 more years of struggle and frustration. And there was nobody around at the time to sit me down and have that talk with me and see where I stood with the whole going to work or going to further education sort of issue. So I did what I wanted to do, and I left school as soon as I could. And a few months later, I left home. And for all intents and purposes, I went off the radar for the next 10 years. I disappeared. My parents barely heard a word from me in that 10-year period. And I went into low-skilled or semi-skilled work, because I could work with my hands, so I found that kind of work. I worked in shops, but nothing that really inspired me, or it was simply to pay the bills. And I had no direction. That was the whole problem. I had no focus, no goal. I left school not having a clue what I wanted to do with my life, my future. For you, it might be different. You might know what you want, or you might be in that position where your parents pushed you in a certain direction into a career that might have reflected their own careers or their own ambitions, but now you're living out their ambition because perhaps, like me, you didn't know what you wanted for yourself, so now you're living somebody else's dream and you would like to make a shift, but you don't have that focus. You don't know where you want to be, and your life might be going around in circles, stuck in a rut, and you're just getting up every day and going through the routine, coming home, chilling out in front of the telly for a few hours or on the internet, watching live streams. Then you go to bed, you get up and you do it all over again, and this is what your life has become, a kind of mediocre sort of life where your dreams that you may have had in your earlier life is just not being realised, and they're just getting further and further away and more dusty and forgotten about in some corner of your mind. And maybe you're reaching middle age and you're getting anxious that you've not achieved anything. Whatever your position in life, if you're struggling and you're anxious and you're shy and you're struggling to integrate with your colleagues and in social situations and build a life for yourself, I believe that the essential first step to moving on and getting to the next level of life is having a goal, a vision of where you want to be. Now, if you go on the internet and you do a Google search or a related internet search engine, and you search for how to map out my future or how to map out my goals, I've not thought this through, have I? But you'll find it if you get the Google search right. You'll find tools to help you map out your plans. There's something called SMART goals, and they're all good. But I have developed one that is more specific to perhaps to your situation, and was specific to my situation. So it takes two different kinds of approaches and it puts it together. But the important thing is that it takes you through a step by step, and it breaks your dream down. First of all, you've got to recall what your dreams were, what it is you wanted with your life and you wanted to do, and what you wanted to aim for. Whether it's just to have a family life, or whether it's more career oriented, whatever it is, whatever your ultimate goal and ambition was. If you've grown up and you thought, well, that was just unrealistic, and you've settled for less, get that dream back out of wherever you've put it in your mind, and let's have a look at it. Let's analyse it and break it down and see whether actually it's not as unrealistic as you think it might be. And this is where such tools that do this excel. And I'm going to talk about more specifically my own. I call it the North Star Dream Mapper. And if you're a member of the Facebook group, the Shyness and Social Anxiety Motivated Breakthrough group, you'll be able to access it through the units in there. So what it does, it first asks you what your dream is, and then it analyses it and breaks it down and makes it realistic. It challenges you. And then once you've analysed it and you've broken it down, then comes part two of it. It says, right, this is what you've defined as your goal. We've made it realistic. We've put flesh on the bones. We've removed all the vagueness from the dream and all the generality from it. We've made it specific, and we've made it clear. We've visualised ourselves living that dream future. We've created a vision of it. We've stepped in it. We've felt it. We've imagined what it would be really like, and we've really made it specific, and we've removed all the ambiguity from it. And now we want to work out how we're going to make it a reality. So where other tools might finish here, they'll help you to realise your dream and put some flesh on the bones of it. But they won't necessarily help you to get there. They won't show you how to do that. And that's where the Dream Mapper at stage 9, step 9, there's 10 steps altogether. And step 9 now challenges you to create a plan, a step-by-step plan to actually get there. So it starts at the end. It puts you in your dream, whatever you've defined it to be. And let's say, for instance, you want to have £1.25 million or dollars or euros in your bank account. You want to be living a laptop lifestyle with a base in Barcelona. You want to own an apartment in Barcelona, maybe overlooking the Ramblas, or overlooking the sea. And then you want to have maybe a wife or just a partner, a husband. Maybe you want 2 children. You made it all specific. And that's your dream. That's where you are in the future. Let's say 3 or 5 years from now. Now what you do is take a step backwards from that dream, and you have a look at it from outside. And you ask yourself, what do I need in order to achieve that? So what you're doing is asking yourself what resources you would need. Let's say you've defined your career that you're going to be a computer programmer, for instance. I don't know. So what would you need to make that a reality? Would you need a qualification? Would you need something else? So you define what you would need to make that dream a reality. Perhaps you need money. Perhaps you need more education and more skills. Perhaps you need contacts, whatever it is. Make a list of everything you need to make that step, that final step, a reality. And then from that final vision, you've stepped back and you've created a vision of what you need to get there. Now create a vision of where you are here, and take a step back and have a look at this step and say, well, now what do I need in order to get to this step? So maybe you've realized that you need more education. You need the qualifications in order to become a computer programmer. Maybe you need a house. Maybe you need the money. What you're doing is you're looking at the resources you need. Excuse me. What you're looking at the resources you need in order to get to this stage. So maybe you need to learn a foreign language. If you're looking to move to this other country, maybe you're in an English-speaking country and you're wanting to move to Spain and Barcelona and they're speaking Spanish. So maybe you need to learn that language. Maybe you need a laptop. Maybe you need the qualifications. Maybe you need a bag full of money. Whatever it is you need to get to this step, you've taken a step back and you've decided, and now you're looking at what you need in order to reach this step. And once you've defined what you need at this step, so let's say your final step is you're living in Barcelona, you're a computer programmer. Let's just strip it back right to there, and you've got 1.25 million in the bank. Okay, so you've taken a step back and you've realised, well, I need qualifications. I need the skills to be a computer programmer in the first place. So you take a step back. Well, what do I need in order to get the qualifications? Well, I need money so I can go on a course. I need to find a course. So I need to find a course. I need to research where I can get my qualifications. Maybe you can do it online, or you go to a red brick university. So you're taking a step back and now you realise, well, this is what I need. I need to find a course to go on which will give me the qualifications to get to here. So now you're here and now you know what resources you need to get to here. So from here you take another step backwards and you think, and you ask yourself, what do I need in order to get to here? So at this stage, you know that you need to be on a course to get the qualifications. So what do you need in order to get on a course? Perhaps you need some foundational qualifications to get on the course. Perhaps you need money to pay for the course. So you're asking yourself, what resources do I need to get to each stage, like stepping stones? So here you've realised, well, I need a foundational course and I need some money to pay for it. You take a step back, what do I need to get to this step? So maybe you need a job, or you need a job that pays more money. Maybe you need a night job to pay for the day job qualifications. And let me tell you, I've got a story I could tell you about there, where I went on a night job to pay for my own daytime college education as a mature student when I went back in my 20s. So I was literally working nights to pay for a course on computer literacy during the day. And I was struggling to stay awake during the day, but I was that determined to succeed and improve my own life. So you're here, you've decided, I need more money, I need a foundational course. And so you take a step back and you look at that and you ask, well, what do I need in order to get the money? So you've decided, well, you've taken a step back, I need another job, or I need a better job in order to get the money to pay for the course. And so on. And so you keep taking these backward steps until you reach your present moment in time. And now you've defined a step-by-step process which leads you to your goal. And there may be a lot of obstacles in the way. And it may take time. You might need that 5 years or longer to achieve that dream. But now you've gone through this process and you've got the plan, you've got the map. This is why I call it the North Star Dream Mapper, because you're defining your own North Star. and you're creating this step-by-step map, and you're going to follow your own star towards that dream goal. But one caveat I need to insert here is that you cannot make your dream or your goal dependent on anybody else, because other people, they all want their own dreams, and parts of it might conflict with your dream. And if you make your dream or the reality of your dream dependent on somebody else, and then they go away, or they fight against you in order to achieve their own dreams, you're never going to reach your own dream. So you have to make it selfish in a simple statement. You need to be selfish on this. You need to say, this is what I need to do, and this is the process I need to go through it step by step in order to achieve it. And now you've got some focus, you've got direction in your life, and you've got the first step to getting over shyness, to combating social anxiety. You've got a direction to move in, instead of just going round in a circle, stuck in one of life's ruts. And as you go through that process, you're learning, you're ingesting information and knowledge, and as you're doing that, you're becoming a more interesting person. Maybe you've got to go to another place in order to learn, and you're getting life experiences. Whatever your dream is, whatever your map entails, you're becoming a more interesting person in the process of achieving it. And therefore you're bringing in more knowledge and conversational material into your own life for your own future socialising, and maybe being a better conversationalist is your dream. I don't know. But whatever it is, even if that is your dream, just to be a great conversationalist, what would you need to achieve that dream? Take a step back and have a look at it. Well, I need to read some books on social skills, or I need to go on the lifeconfident.com website and see what programs they've got available. And for that, by the way, I have got a great course that's coming out very shortly, and it's called the Switch Conversation System. I'll do a live stream on it in a few weeks' time, or maybe less. But it's focused on being able to operate in a conversational environment, a social setting, and it's specifically for people who get a blank mind in those settings, like I used to and still do. But it enables you to switch the situation so that you can continue talking or operating even if your mind goes blank. This system allows you to keep the information visible in your mind, instead of your mind closing up and all you're seeing there is just a blank canvas, and you've got nothing to say in conversation. It's an awful situation to be in, and it saps your self-esteem. I know it, I've been there. And that's why I was so passionate about creating this course, and it's almost ready right now, and I'll talk more about it in another live stream. If this is something that, if this is a scenario that you suffer from, then you're going to get excited about this, because I don't think there's anything else in the world that really addresses this issue. Normal conversation skills book do not. They give you conversational strategies, but what good is a conversation strategy if your mind goes blank under anxiety and you can't remember it? So this course overcomes that. But anyway, I'm digressing onto something else I didn't intend talking about. So we're talking today about turning a dream into an achievable goal, and defining the path to get to it, even if it's a 3 or a 5 year plan. You've got your whole future ahead of you. Even if you're in your 40s like I am, you've still got lots of life left ahead of you, so don't delay. Get that focus if that's what you need, and it's the most important first step out of this thing. And I think that wraps it up for this live stream. I hope that's been interesting to you, and if you're not a member of the Shyness and Social Anxiety Motivator Breakthrough Group, join and go to the units, and you'll be able to access the North Star Dream Mapper, and it's free. It's stage 1 of the Mental Health Master Plan, and there's There's 24 sessions in that, and this is session 1. And I'm not saying the mental health master plan is free, it's not. But this session 1 has been opened up, and the only place, as far as I know, that you can access it is through this Facebook group. So I'll put a link in the description if you're not watching this live stream through the group, and maybe you can join us and you can access that resource along with some other resources and more that will come online in the future. So with that, on that note, I think I'll wrap it up, and I hope I've been a little bit inspiring today. I hope so, at least enough to encourage you to come back and watch my next live stream on whatever that subject will be. Okay, so watch this space, and we'll speak again very